Hi folks, how are we doing? For some reason it's darker in here and I don't know why. Maybe it's because the lens. Maybe because the lens is covered with nicotine. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Not sure you'll be able to see this or not. There's apparently some kind of lunatic running around the neighborhood. They got a picture of him. Will it focus? Oh, it's not on autofocus. That's why. Hang on. We gotta fix that for a second. All right, let's try that now. I don't know. I found, as I get older, sometimes you just have to play, you know. As shit gets wilder and wilder, sometimes you just kind of have to play. And that's what I was doing, I suppose. Hi, folks. This is going to get me demonetized. And I'm demonetized anyway. They'll have to monetize me just so they can demonetize me. Today is the 3rd day of December, 2025. Hi, folks. How are you? A lot of wild stuff happening. A lot of wild stuff happening in my life today. Putting out a lot of fires, running around, doing that. But I had time to dress up like a chicken to make my next door neighbors laugh. Let's see. What are we talking about? We're going to talk about, we're going to talk about private equity firms and Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump and Venezuela. I was looking at a couple of different stories from a place called More Perfect Union, a channel on YouTube called More Perfect Union. I'd strongly recommend you go check them out. They seem to be archiving our slip down the fucking mountain. We have gone past the slippery slope, and we are now in absolute free fall. These fucking private equity firms are buying up everything from hospitals to trailer parks and just rapaciously gutting them. I think I have this correct in they're able to purchase, and that's a big thing for these private equity firms now. They're able to purchase distressed hospitals, community hospitals, the only hospital in a 100-mile radius kind of thing. They're buying these things up that are serving communities, and they are taking out massive fucking loans on them. They're leveraging them to the tune of billions of dollars. And they take that money, and rather than put it back into the hospital as an investment in the business, they give the money to the fucking shareholders. And this is legal. This is legal for them. They give the money to the shareholders for the private equity firms, and they laugh all the way to the bank, and then the hospital goes bankrupt, and they put it up for sale, and these hospitals have to just vacate and get out. And this is leaving communities with... They are literally stealing the fucking medical care right out from underneath fucking communities. They have nothing else. They have to go now, 40 minutes in some direction, 50 minutes in some direction, just to get to the nearest fucking emergency room. It is unfucking believable. And there's nothing anyone's doing about it. And if they try to do something on a state-by-state level in terms of legislation to prevent this kind of private equity fucking savage capitalism in our fucking hospitals and healthcare systems, out comes American Legislative Exchange Council, and they attack these people. Any legislators who are trying to put forward legislation to stop this kind of behavior. This is unbelievable. They're buying up trailer parks. Because they've found that people in trailer parks are locked into the fucking property. They can't afford to pick up their trailer and go someplace else. It's $10,000, it's $7,000, it's $15,000 to move a double wide. They haven't got that kind of fucking money. They live in a trailer park. So they're buying these things up and they're just jacking the fucking rents up or the lot fees up so much. It's unbelievable. It's unfucking believable what they're doing. And if that's not bad enough, I know this is going to sound like it's a frivolous expenditure, Scott, but these billionaires, who are the same billionaires who became billionaires with private equity firms, by the way, some of them, with these stadium deals for these football teams, this is also fucking outrageous. I saw this thing they did on the Buffalo Bills. If ever there was a blue-collar team, aside from Green Bay Packers, which is the only NFL team that's publicly owned, but they're a very blue-collar team, Buffalo Bills. Western New York is a very blue-collar fucking area. And football is a religion to them. When BB came down to visit in a couple years back, we went to Busch Gardens, back before my knees got really, really bad, and met a couple from Buffalo, New York, and they were fans of Buffalo Bills. Rabid fans. Nice people. What they used to call salt of the earth kinds of folks. And the deal with this is they built these massive fucking stadiums, these colossal coliseums to their own fucking, not to the team's fucking ego, to the owner's fucking ego. This one was $2 billion in Buffalo. The Washington Commanders, the Redskins fucking one, was going to open up in 2030 supposedly, $4 billion. And the way it's always been, is these fucking rich people always get the taxpayers, local taxpayers, to pump in tons of money through taxes to pay for the fucking stadium, which is a private business that the owners make money off of. It's remarkable. It's fucking remarkable. And dating back to when they had the sombrero down here in Tampa. When I first came down here, I talked to Dad about it. I asked him if he said he used to go to fucking Bucks games, but after they built the new stadium and charged the taxpayers all this money, and Dad was a Republican for life. He said he wouldn't go. He wouldn't support. He wouldn't even watch the damn team. People get mad about that shit. Dig this. So Buffalo and Washington, by the way, have this new fucking scheme, seat licensing for season ticket holders. Now you ask yourself, what the fuck is seat licensing? Okay, let me explain this. This is how the billionaires just bilk people out of fucking money every day. Whether it's a hospital to the point where, this is some mob shit. Remember, what's that fucking movie where it talks about going in and forcing a bartender to fucking sell, and then when the bartender, lets the mob in, they fucking leverage it, and they buy up this, and they buy up that, and they buy up this, and it comes in the front door and goes out the back door, and they fucking sell it, never intending to pay any of it back, When they can't borrow another nickel in the business, they light a match. And then they collect the insurance. And they ruin the guy's fucking business and the guy's fucking local establishment for local people. They don't give a shit. That's what they're doing with the private equity is doing with the goddamn hospitals. I swear to God. And our politicians and reporters and journalists are letting them get away with it. And again, good for the people at More Perfect Union. Please go give them a follow and maybe a like on YouTube. Unbelievable fucking shit. They're doing the same thing with the fucking trailer parks because they know that the people in the trailer parks can't go anywhere. One of them actually said, one of these fucking people who are running around, these private equity guys, these rich people are buying up these fucking trailer parks. So basically it's a Denny's where you have the fucking customers chained to the benches. When they get hungry, they got to eat. They can't go nowhere. You can do whatever the fuck you like to them. And because they're in trailer park, or because they're in Denny's, no one gives a shit about them. This is fucking remarkable. And that guy, the guy who said that, was in a bus riding around with a bunch of other investors. And he was talking to the investors, a bunch of young people, fresh out of college, fresh out of business school, trying to figure out a way to make their money. And he's driving them around in a bus to all these different fucking trailer parks he owns, explaining how they can fucking take these people, these rubes, and ruin their lives and milk them for every fucking nickel, and they can't do a thing about it. He's driving them around the bus, teaching them how to do that. And let's get back to the fucking stadium deal. The seat licensing. So, let's take the, I don't know what the specific numbers for the Washington Stadium is, but for the one in Buffalo, I think $2 billion, we'll just go with $2 billion as the number, right? And they showed a breakdown of how the fucking actual, who paid for the fucking, it opens in 2026. It's almost done. It showed the breakdown. $2 billion. I think $850,000 from city taxes or state taxes, and then another $500,000 from city taxes. So that's, what is that? $1.3 billion. That was paid for by the taxpayers, by the people of Buffalo. Not the owners, not the ones who are going to make money off of it, the people of Buffalo, people of New York. And then, I guess whatever was left, the 600,000 or 600 million or whatever the fuck it was, that was paid by the owner. Well, the owner's worth $6.8 billion. And he bought, if I remember correctly, he bought the Buffalo Bills for $1.4 billion. It's now worth like $5 billion or $4 billion or some crazy shit. It's gone up in value. And he's worth a hell of a lot of money. He could have paid for it without a doubt. That's his personal family wealth. $6.8 billion or some shit. They could have easily paid for it. And it's their fucking business. But instead, because they're so rich, they got the taxpayers to pay for it. Now what they're doing is this seat licensing scheme where it says, okay, to license the seat that you're going to buy as a season ticket holder, you got to pay up front like $5,000 or $6,000 per seat. So if you got you and your wife and your 2 kids for season tickets, because this is a religion up there with these guys, man. You don't just pay for the tickets. That's just to license the seat. That's just to license the seat. You still got to pay for the tickets. And the tickets are twice what they cost in 2025. I mean, the licensing fee is going to generate $200 million. That's going to help offset the $600 million he had to pay. So now he's only paying $400 million for a $2 billion fucking stadium that he owns and he gets the revenue from, not the people of New York or the people of Buffalo or the licensees of the fucking seats. Do you understand? This is just rapacious. This is just, they're taking everything they can. They just take. I mean, it's unfucking believable what they get away with now. And I don't see anybody doing anything to make it any better. Which is why, from time to time, I'm going to share with you a picture of an old fat guy in a chicken suit. Because somehow that'll make things better. It's amazing I didn't have a fucking stroke. I don't know what to say. I mean, the rich have always screwed us over, and we've always taken it. Sometimes we've pushed back. We get to a point where we've had enough, and that's enough is enough, and then the pitchforks and the torches come out. And I'm telling you, I'm going to start looking for Victor Frankenstein and his monster very quickly. Lastly, I want to talk about this thing with Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth and this admiral, and what I think is disgusting about that. They have us talking about the double tap. Oh, Lordy, the double tap. Apparently, the story is one of these boats, I think there's 20-some boats that he's done this to. Every single one of these boats is illegal. There is no fentanyl on these boats. That's a lie. That's a lie. What he's doing, fucking Mersheimer was talking about this yesterday. He was saying this is just a bluff to try to put pressure on the people and leaders in fucking Venezuela to bail on Maduro and the fucking current government. And of course, I've been saying that since day one, and that's what it is. There's no way they're going to try to invade fucking Venezuela. Now, I say that, but these people are just fucking desperate. These are the people, and they're doing it for these very same people that I'm talking about these previous stories I was just talking to you about. They're doing it for them. Because there's all kinds of ways when you regime change a country and you go in and neoliberalize it and drop the fucking brick on it, there's all kinds of ways these private equity fucks get in there and get their technocrats in there and make them some fucking money on that fucking regime change. It's basically, doing the mob thing, but instead of on a bar level or on a hospital level, they're doing it on a fucking national level. That's all it is. It's unbelievable. But they have us talking about this double tap and like, oh my God, they did the double tap. As if that's what the real criminality is. It isn't. The first missile was a crime and a war crime and murder. The first missile that hit the first boat. Do you understand? When the boat was not on fire. When there wasn't two guys hanging on the side of it trying to survive. Okay? The first missile that hit the first boat was a fucking crime. It was murder. It's against the fucking military code. It's murder. And all of a sudden we're talking about the second one and Pete Hegseth and who gave the order and did Pete Hegseth give the order or the Admiral give the order? It doesn't fucking matter. Donald Trump ultimately is responsible for all of them. Not just the second missile at the last boat, but all the missiles on all the boats. He's responsible for all of them. And he should be impeached for all of them. Not one if they can't pass it off on some admiral. And people are talking, well, he's tossing you military people under the bus. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. The criminality of this motherfucker is unbelievable. He's sending emails. This is wild. He's sending emails to his people. And the email says, hey, what kind of rebate check would you like to see from the fucking tariffs? And the way you can respond to him, I swear to God this is true. Now, maybe it's some kind of thing somebody, I don't know, but I saw the email. And you click on it, and it goes to his fucking website. And it's like a campaign, but it's not a campaign website. It's still a campaign website, but it's Trumpy website. You respond if you want a $250 rebate check from the tariffs by giving him $12 to his campaign fund. If you want $500, you give him $24. And you have to click on one of these things and pay him to make yourself supposedly eligible to get one of these rebate checks, which aren't going to happen. It's just a fucking flat out scam. And this motherfucker is doing this to his own fucking voters. All of these rich people are just bilking us. Sucking us as dry as possible before the whole fucking thing goes down the fucking toilet. And he and his family are playing that game. And he doesn't give a shit. Because he knows he's not going to be reelected. So what the fuck? Why not? He probably figures if he keeps up with this neoliberal economic brick shit, eventually even the Republicans are going to kick him out of office. So what? He gets impeached. He doesn't give a shit. He's already made $1.8 billion. Him and his family have already benefited $1.8 billion since when he was inaugurated this time around. That's to say nothing of the money he made the 4 years before, which is fact. Fact. And this time around already he's made $1.8 billion. And I think that fucking number came from July. The tabulation ended in July. He's probably well exceeded that by now. He's certainly well exceeded that by now. And he's just finding new fucking scummier ways. And he doesn't care how it looks. He doesn't care how it fucking looks. He's got fucking world leaders bringing him golden gifts. They're not going to some fucking presidential library. They're going to go to his fucking house when he leaves office. Just like that stupid $400 million plane. It's not going to go to the presidential library. It's going to just be his, in his pocket. Because he is the ultimate fucking scumbag. He is a piece of fucking shit. Republicans better get to work on this fucking... They promised to get to work on this fucking Affordable Care Act subsidies issue. They better get to work on that shit. Because if they don't, they're going to lose. They're going to... Listen, people are going to be pissed. People are going to be pissed. I'm not talking about just the left. I'm talking about the vast numbers of MAGAites who have had enough. They have seen enough. You know, it's amazing. I told, and I've said this many times, I told people, and I lost a website that I created, and I lost all those friends because I told them before the election in 2008, he's not what you think he is. It took the Obamaites at least until 2013 to realize, oh shit, we've been had. This guy, he's 10 months in. It's his second term, so I guess that's comparable. But he didn't win his second term. Barack Obama did. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I've had some issues today. I'm dealing with them. But you know, I'm gonna put this and make this into a thumbnail. Can I do that? Oh shit! I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Just off the fucking cuff. What is it? Oh, you fucking piece of shit. It's always the wrong thing. Recent. Okay, never mind. I'm going to try to pull the image up on this. I can't plug this thing in anymore because the jiggly thing doesn't work. The jiggly thing. I'm going to try to see if I can find it. No, it's going to be in camera. All right, never mind. Well, I'll get it to you in a second. It's going to be on the fucking thumbnail. Every now and then you got to dress up like a chicken. It's wild. It's just plain wild. I had a good time on Tuesday evening doing the live stream once I got it up and running. Once I got 2 fucking live streams up and running simultaneously because Scott can't stream. Next Tuesday, we'll finish up talking about Ukraine. Okay? And until then, until tomorrow, I'll do a video for you tomorrow. And we'll talk tomorrow. Okay? Thank you for your time. Take care. And I hope you're having a happy holiday so far. Don't let Scotty bum you out. Don't let Scotty's Chat GPT art bum you out. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay? Bye-bye.